Hey guys, so as you can tell by the title, this is probably going to be one of the weirdest videos I've ever made on this channel. I literally got this idea 5 minutes ago because it's vintage and I need to come up with video ideas, and so I was thinking of doing like album reviews, but I do that already and they're pretty normal. But then I was thinking about some popular albums, at least for my audience. I know you guys like Clancy by 21 Pilots, and I believe that has 13 songs. The Maybe Man by AJR has 12 songs. Pretty close. Thought maybe we could get some of them together, see what songs, if these songs were to get married, who? Well, where is another question, but who would they be marrying? Also, it's worth noting that Clancy has 13 songs, so one song is going to have to be single, but we're going to figure out who that's gonna be as we go through this. So, starting right off, we have Overcompensate as the leading single for Clancy. My voice just cracked. Overcompensate, I mean, it's the album opener, and I feel like it just makes sense to pair openers together, but I don't want to go that easy, but Maybe Man's looking strong. Yes, I'm a Mess. Yes, I'm a Mess I feel like would drive Overcompensate crazy. I feel like Yes, I'm a Mess just like wouldn't shut up in the night and would wake up and be like, hey, Overcompensate, like let's get up at 3 a.m. and just like run around and do some crazy stuff. I don't feel like that relationship would work out. Overcompensate and Inertia, I just feel like they wouldn't click. I just feel like they're too different. I don't think they would get along. Now the hard part is you don't necessarily want to match two songs that are super similar because opposites do attract, and if we pair together two songs that are too opposite from each other, they might not even get along in the first place. So it's kind of about finding that vibe, like that match, seeing if they would vibe together. Overcompensate is getting really tough. I don't think Overcompensate would go with God Is Really Real. They're a little too different there. You know what? I think we're gonna have to pair up Overcompensate and Maybe Man, and the reason I say that is because even though, yes, they're both openers, that's something they have in common, right? So when you meet someone, you want to marry them, you want to have something in common, but they're very different openers. Maybe Man's a little more introspective, I think that's the word for it. Overcompensate is like crazy. Like, it's an opener, but it's oh, you're kind of like, you're weird, but like a good weird, you know? So I feel like they're both openers, they have something in common, but I think they would get along great. So we're going to pair Maybe Man and Overcompensate. I should take notes because I will forget who I'm marrying here. All right, next we have Next Semester. So Next Semester I feel like would be a very emotionally mature song to marry. I feel like they would have gone through a lot. I feel like that music video was really in-depth. I feel like they would need a partner who's on that level. Like, none of that toxic stuff, none of that gaslighting, none of that stonewalling. I'm using like so many buzzwords right now. But I feel like the Next Semester song would have to go well with a song like God Is Really Real. That might actually work. I mean, or Turning Out Part 3. But Turning Out Part 3 might go better with The Craving, but I don't want to get ahead of myself, so Inertia is not too bad for Next Semester. I feel like they're both insightful enough and they're very different. Could they go together? I think so. Well, let's say we marry Inertia and Next Semester. God Is Really Real can't go with a lot of songs. Could it? God Is Really Real. What else would that? Ooh, Oldie Station. That's looking enticing. Okay, let's marry Next Semester with Inertia. I think both of those would work really well together. Okay, next up, we've got 12 weddings to hit. So we have Backslide. Backslide is going to go with I don't know. Let's see. Backslide has a lot of emotion. Like, you can tell they're kind of emotional. Maybe they've done some growth, like maybe they've gone to therapy and worked all that stuff out, but they still seem to have some unresolved issues. Like, there's just like this bit of grittiness like behind the mask, right? So putting Backslide with maybe another like more emotionally turbulent song might actually work well for them. This might be weird, but I feel like The DJ Is Crying for Help is like maybe what Backslide needs, like, to get them back on track. Like, I'm kind of rooting for Backslide here. Initially I was gonna put them with another like kind of emotionally turbulent person song, but I'm thinking maybe they need a song, someone in their life to get them back on track in like a healthy way. So DJ? DJ's crying for help? Yeah. I think that would work. The DJ is crying for help. I feel like DJ's crying for help is like upbeat enough to get Backslide like back up on their feet from their depression and like go outside and touch some grass, but also like lyrically they can connect a little bit better, you know? I feel like they'd connect. So we're gonna marry them, Backslide and DJ. Next we have Midwest Indigo. I don't really like this song, but I'll try to be impartial. Midwest Indigo. It needs someone to match that energy because Midwest Indigo is such a unique song on Clancy that like it needs someone else that's unique on their own album. So I feel like Yes MMS would get along with Midwest Indigo, but I don't know if they would necessarily click like that. I think they would just be good friends. You know what? I think Touchy Feely Fool would work well for Midwest. The dumb song's also looking appealing though. This is hard. My case here is that Touchy Feely Fool is definitely a little insecure. Like, do we need to read the lyrics? But does an insecure song need to go with Midwest Indigo is like a chill... Oh my gosh, I didn't even mean it like that. Like, it is chill. But he's such a chill song. Like, literally just wants to go outside and drive in the snow. Like, it's not too deep. So we need someone that's not too deep. The dumb song, literally perfect. Midwest Indigo and the dumb song are getting married. All right, next we have Routines in the Night. This is good. This is really good. Routines in the Night. Now this is the best song on the album, so we have to line Routines up with someone who deserves Routines in the Night. So who? Steve's going to Ooh. Now I'm thinking the DJ's crying for help is a better match with Routines, because with Routines it's like they're just too good for everyone else. And I mean, Steve's Going to London is a good song, but do the vibes really match? Like, not at all. I don't feel like they would even really get along. I feel like they'd be cordial, but I don't think they would, you know, go home together. So I think I want to divorce DJ real quick. Hold on. Who's DJ married to? DJ's married to Backslide? Yeah, Backslide's single now. Alright, DJ's crying for help is moving to Routines in the Night. This Newfound Love, perfect. Both are the best songs on their respective albums, and so I think they would go really nicely together. Sorry, Backslide. Who's next? Vignette, I don't know. Vignette is unique. A lot of these songs are unique, but I feel like Vignette is really unique and needs someone to match their energy. You know what? I think Yes MMS and Vignette would get along. Even though, and hear me out, they're different. They are very different. Like, the groove with Yes MMS is different from Vignette. They're very different songs, but I feel like they're both, like, quirky enough that they would meet each other and be like, oh my gosh, you're, like, the match made in heaven or whatever. And so I think they would actually get along really well. Vignette is getting married to Yes MMS. Then we have The Craving. Okay, so The Craving, this one's easy. You have your very soft song. Who's looking for their, what's it called? That's hopeless romantic. I almost said stolen romantic. That's not what it is. It's like a hopeless romantic who wears their heart on their sleeve. The Craving is absolutely going with Turning Out Part 3. If you have a debate for that, let me know, but I think we can all agree on that one. All right, moving on to Lavish. Ooh, you know what? I actually wouldn't mind Lavish being single, and this isn't even like a dig at Lavish. I think Lavish just would be single, so we're gonna leave Lavish single for now, unless, like, you know, maybe they meet someone. So Navigating needs someone good as well. This is tough. You know, I like too many songs from Clancy and not enough from the Maybe Man to match this up, because I feel like a lot of songs from Clancy are settling right now, but that's okay. We'll figure it out. Navigating needs someone who's emotionally mature for sure. They've gone through a lot. Have you seen that music video? This is a deep song. They need someone on their level. 2085 is looking good, but I'll hold off on that for now. Definitely not I Won't. We need to set them up with the worst song ever. We already did Turning Out Part 3. Have we done Touchy Feely Fool yet? Is Touchy Feely Fool taken? Touchy-feely fool is not taken. Navigating needs... Out of all of this, navigating also might be a tough single here, but I think navigating would go really well with Touchy-feely fool. Reason I say that is because Touchy-feely fool, again, is a little more sentimental, a little more like, you know, feeling it in the heart. Navigating, I mean, they're different for sure, and it might be maybe like one of those marriages that doesn't last so long, but I think they would work out for a bit. All right, next we have Snapback. Absolutely going with I Won't. I don't even have to explain that. All right, now we've got Oldie Station. Oldie Station is definitely going with God Is Really Real, like, or 2085. Wait, that's tough because then Paladin Straight. Okay, hear me out. Oldie Station and Paladin Straight are going on a double date with God Is Really Real and 2085. Like, there's no debate about that. Like, there is going to be a matchup. But who? I want to put Paladin with 2085, but I feel like 2085 works a lot better with Oldie Station based on, like, the message. I know I'm skipping ahead here, but Oldie Station is going to have to go with 2085, for sure. For sure. Okay. We're gonna hold off on Paladin. At the risk of feeling dumb, is going to go with... Who are we missing? Hole in the bottom of my brain. Actually, that works. That works. Is Steve still single, though? Steve is still single. So is Backslide and Lavish. Okay. Yeah, but I think Hole in the bottom of my brain is gonna work really well with At the Risk of Feeling Dumb. They're both similar. Paladin Straight, absolutely going with God Is Really Real. I think they both would just hit it off. I think they would have a very meaningful first date, and I think they would have a very meaningful marriage. All right, and here we are at the end. So we have Backslide and Lavish are both single from Clancy, and from the Maybe Man, Steve's going to London and still single. So who am I gonna match Steve with? Backslide or Lavish? Lavish work is better, but I don't want Backslide to be single. Like, Lavish is a great person, but I feel like they wouldn't take things seriously, and then you kind of get to that point in the relationship where you're like, you know, you feel like you're their mom, and so maybe they're just better being single. But Steve doesn't really go well with that. Do I need to divorce someone? That's tough. Okay, if everyone was single right now, Steve would probably go best with Vignette? Not even, though. Honestly, sorry. Yeah. Steve's going to London is marrying Lavish. They're getting married. Backslide is gonna be single. Honestly, that might be for the best. I think they've kind of done it to themselves. Like, you hear Backslide and you're just like... It's like when people are, like, really, like, just, like, not, you know, they're just, yeah. And I think Backslide would be happy being single as well. No, that's not true. I think Backslide has some personal work to do before getting in a relationship, but I think once all of that's sorted out, they would work great. All right, congratulations for finishing this video. I'm not ordained by any means, so I'm sure these couples might break up. Let me know in the comments if you would divorce any of them and remarry them to someone else. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, this was really weird. I promise I'll come back with better videos. Have a great night. See you guys in the next one.